Hi, we're here today to meet Sarah. Hi Sarah. She's the deputy head here at the Children's Garden Nursery in Al Barsha. Thanks for coming today. We have just conducted an author's visit with our children's book My Magical Garden, and if you could just tell us, Sarah, what you loved about our children's book My Magical Garden.
Absolutely. I think my favourite thing about this book is the fact that it is so child-centred from the point of view that it helps them to address their emotions and the many things that can happen in our lives, everyday lives, by using characters and colours in particular. I'm a big believer in pranic healing and the idea that colours can help us in adjusting how we feel, in addressing our emotions, and it's something that children can really understand. It's something concrete for them to be able to imagine and to use in their everyday life, and that's part of the book that I really enjoyed, the fact that they are using the fundamentals of colours and associating those colours with their emotions in creating their own garden.
And how did you find that the teachers found working with the book? Because obviously in the back of the book there's an appendix of everything that the child has chosen, tells you emotionally where they are within themselves. How did you find the teachers' response was to that?
So far the feedback has been absolutely fantastic. The teachers really felt that oftentimes at this age group in TCG we work with children from 2 years old up as far as 6, and at this age children aren't always able to verbalise how they're feeling or what maybe is causing the feelings that they're having, and by allowing the child to work through the process of creating a garden and making choices in the garden to do with colours, to do with who's allowed to enter that garden, and then thereby handing the teacher an index to actually be able to read and understand what these choices might mean. It has allowed for some of the teachers, particularly with children who weren't articulating how they're feeling, it has allowed for them to be able to understand where that child is coming from and why that child might be reacting in such a way. And within the classrooms itself, it has already helped with some of the behavioural issues that they've had, where it turned out that the child was behaving in a certain way, not out of naughtiness, but sometimes because the child was feeling certain things that he wasn't able to articulate before he'd actually used this book as a tool to tell the teacher how he was feeling.
And what was the response back? Because obviously we conducted a mindfulness session with the teachers. How was the response back regarding that for the teachers?
Well, I was actually so thrilled with that because it's been such a busy start to the term this year, and many of the teachers were already feeling a little exhausted. And one of the things that I wasn't expecting, I assumed that when we had you come and do that with us, that they would all use it just as a tool, learn how to use it as a tool. But what ended up actually happening when you had done the workshop with them was that they themselves realised that the book can also be used for them as an adult. So it's not simply something that can just be used for the children. They started to realise that they were getting a great benefit from having been lying on the floor with you, talking through the visualisation. And many of them, as you know, when we finished, were giving feedback that they had really entered this world. They had really suddenly realised how they were feeling in certain ways. Some had said that other things were coming up while they were visualising that they hadn't really been addressing in their own lives, and things that they realise now they should address. So what was wonderful about it was that it turned out that the book itself ended up being a tool for something that you can use for yourself to try and articulate your own emotions and understand where maybe you're coming from too.
Okay, that's lovely. Thanks for your time. Thank you very much.